Damn, it's been 3 months since I did the last top 5 video. Who the f let me go that long without doing that shit? Alright, it doesn't matter now. We got part 3 now. Let's give it up for part 3. Woo! Alright, ladies and gentlefish, you already know the deal. 5 rap fan bases that make me want to internally bleed. This is no different from the first and the second part. And last but not least, what do I always say? If your favorite rapper ends up being on here, and you are the type of person to get sensitive about it, it's as simple as that. So I guess we should start the video now, right? Yeah, fuck it. Let me just do that. Now I already know what you're thinking. How can Sofago's fan base be on this list? Well, that's what the f this video is for. I'm about to explain it to you. Now, they're not an all-out bad fan base. That's why they're at number 5. I don't know why I'm saying they, like I'm not a part of them. It's we. We're not the worst fan base, but we're definitely not the best either. Remember that time when Sofago fans were going on IG posts and just spamming that gift under IG comments? We was literally about to become the next YB fan base. But then niggas stopped caring because we have just come to the point where we just know this nigga is never gonna drop music ever again. And if he does, it's gonna be another fucking SoundCloud exclusive or it's gonna be on YouTube. And you know, we keep coming back to this thought that Sofago's gonna make a comeback and he's just gonna take over the mainstream. And we do this shit almost every week or almost every month, knowing that this nigga is not gonna do shit. He's gonna be stuck at the same place that he is right now. And what do niggas do? They just go on Discord and leak his music all the fucking day. Now, I'm not saying the nigga don't deserve it, but we're not making the situation any better. So basically, we're not like a terrible piece of shit fan base, just more like a delusional one. But I guess delusional doesn't really count because it's like this is a worse fan base list, but I don't give a f. This is my channel, so I'm gonna do whatever the f I want. Next, please. You know, talking about this nigga, it just hits my feelings, man. Other than Uzi and Juice WRLD, this was my favorite artist, period. Probably my favorite artist of all time, if I'm being honest with you. But man, this was a toxic ass fan base in their prime, man. I don't really remember too much about the fan base at that time because, you know, I was like fucking 16, 17 years old. It's been a long fucking time, man. I don't remember any of that shit from years ago. But I do remember he had one of the best fan bases at the time. These niggas would ride for him for whatever. And they would also get toxic at times, best believe that. But a lot of that shit quieted down after he died, which is not surprising. But there is one thing that's pissing me off about this fan base currently, and it is the weird obsession they have over his child. I mean, when you go to the X subreddit, it is just a fucking nightmare when you see that kid get posted. The obsession to make this kid XXXTentacion Jr. is fucking crazy to me. And I've seen it years ago too, but I was just like, you know what? It is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. But to now still see this shit years later, oh man, I hope he becomes a rapper just like his father. Man, when do you guys think he'll start his rap career? Oh my god, he has the same eyes as Jose Humphrey. Like, guys, can we be normal for 5 seconds? The kid's not even in elementary school yet. Let's let him live a little. But like I said, the fan base has been pretty much quiet since he passed away, so there's not that much to talk about. So they are taking the number 4 spot. Next, please. Yes, I know what you're wondering. Is it Ice Spice or is it Sexy Red? Trick question, it's both, nigga. I mean, it makes perfect sense to do both of them at the same time because they both have a massive ass fan base and they both also have fan bases that would probably eat Tide Pods on their free time. Now let's get this out the way. They have both tricked their fans to thinking that their music is fucking listenable or great, but the fans for some reason think that they can relate to these niggas. Like, they think it's a pride of armor to have multiple baby daddies. They think it's cool to be half naked online or even in the streets. This is what they believe it's like to be a true woman in society, which is completely false. I mean, at this point, you're just becoming an OnlyFans model just without making any money from it. When I see a Sexy Red or an Ice Spice fan, I just think to myself, life is such a beautiful gift, and honestly, it shouldn't be given to a lot of people. And I mean a lot of people. But hey man, people just love to infect their brains with a lot of poison, but not me though. So next, please. Woohoo! The man of the hour, fresh off his win from BBL Drizzy. You made that shit look easy, I'm not gonna lie, gang. But you don't get no cool points from me, nigga. Kendrick fans have got to be some of the most delusional people I've ever seen on earth. And this shit's gonna take like 30 seconds. This is nothing that needs to be spent 5 minutes on. We know Kendrick's fan base is like deprived on music from him. Like, they are waiting for music every fucking month, every fucking year. And it's like the one time they actually get music from this nigga, they have to dissect every fucking bar from every song. Yo, bro, did you hear that new Kendrick bar? Nah, bro, what did he say? He said 2 + 2 is 4, add the 5, it's 6. Nigga, that's completely wrong. What the fuck are you talking about? All right, just hear me out, all right? 2 + 2 is 4, right? Then 4 + 5 is 9. But if you flip the 9, it's actually a 6. I mean, it's just common sense, bro. K-Dot is just like the best, bro. That shit is just blowing my mind right now. So yeah, that's the average Kendrick fan being a complete dick sucker. Every bar he makes is apparently generational, which it's not. But you just gotta give it to them at this point. They don't get music from this nigga at least once every fucking decade, so. And now for number 1. Next, please. Now I can already tell this doesn't make sense to some of y'all. How is Yeat number 1 over Kendrick Lamar? Well, I have a perfect explanation for that. I have a grudge with Yeat fans. So if some of you don't know, I made a video over a month ago talking about how Yeat was in trouble. Now that title is kind of misleading because he's not really in any trouble, but he kind of is. Now the point that I was trying to make was that 2093 was liked by some people and it wasn't liked by other people. It had mixed reviews and I knew the inevitable was coming, which was that Yeat was going to continue with this sound and people are still going to not like it, forcing people to start saying that he fell off or some shit like that, or he's gonna go back to his old sound, which he probably started doing already, and people are gonna fuck with it for a couple of months and then get bored of it, and then they're still gonna say he fell off. And obviously the Yeat fans took that shit personal because they started cook me in the comments because they didn't watch the fucking video. So yeah, I have a personal vendetta against these niggas. You. Now on to the real reason why his fan base is the worst. I think any deaf person can tell that Yeat cannot rap for shit. He's just good for his flows and making shit sound good. But Yeat's fans, bro, oh my god, they think this is the next coming of Lil Wayne. Anything this nigga puts out, it's automatically fire. And then when you listen to the song, it's just like, oh, come on nigga, we've heard this 1,000 times. This nigga is not saying anything special. Let's stop with the nonsense. And I've been in the Yeat subreddit. These niggas just want this nigga to get back on drugs so he can go back to the old Yeat. And it's like, I find that shit very weird. Like, why would you want this nigga to become a drug addict again? I just find that fan base weird all around. So yeah, these niggas are number 1. Hey, do not click off the video. This shit is not done. I have one more surprise.
Being a fan of Autumn, aka Twin Uzis, is kind of crazy. I think everybody knows, and you should know, that Autumn has tons of allegations. How many times have we seen something dealing with him with a younger girl? It could be him liking their photos. It could be him in a car with them, giving them drinks and shit. I mean, even with the whole BK thing, like, he was 23 messing with that girl. And it's crazy because you will have fans to this day that will fight for him, and they will actually think that he's somewhat innocent with everything. Now don't get me wrong, some people do be pushing it and reaching with his name and stuff like that, but overall the fan base is slow. If you actually think that Autumn didn't do anything wrong, then yeah, you slow, gang. And I told my chat this, that I don't think Autumn is ever gonna fall off. There's no way for him to fall off. We done seen this dude do the craziest things, but there's still people that will fight for him. And it's almost the same thing with Summers, but he don't have that many allegations, actually. I think the fan base with Summers, y'all be gassing up anything that Summers do. We seen Summers smack a fan in a gas station, all of a sudden we gassing him up. Every time he posting this story, people actually gas him up to think that he's the big dog. And don't get me wrong, I love Summers. I do feel like he had his time where he was running this shit, and I will always have respect for him as an artist. But we have to stop acting like Summers is fucking Superman, okay? Y'all remember that time he got jumped by a homicide game, bro? We was really gassing Summers like they was finna do something back to these niggas, like they was finna get their revenge or something. It was a funny time, don't get me wrong, but like, we do be gassing Summers, bro. I'm gonna be real, man. You can't say that anybody is better than Summers. You can't tell a fan that, because they gonna just bring up them Plug and Beat tapes that he dropped. You know what I'm saying? Or they gonna tell you, bro, you wasn't around for 2019, 2018. You don't know about that. So let me go ahead and knock it back to Charsityy. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, man, that's like the last list, like forever. I'm not doing that shit ever again. Big shout out to Duty for the honorable mentions of those dynamic ass duos. I'm sorry, I just couldn't imagine being a Summers fan or an Autumn fan at that. But with that said, more videos like this coming soon. Just give me fucking time and subscribe, because what else the fuck you got to do?